In this video, I'm going to show you 5 new pieces of gear that I'm adding to my pack. And I'll give you some of the backstory of how I got to this point and why I'm adding these things into my pack. Game bags. So I got the BlackOvis Pro, I believe they are. I have been reluctant to spend the money on actual game bags because I honestly kind of like the disposable aspect of your old cotton style, you know? But here's the thing about game bags. They are always in your pack. Every single hunt, every single day, game bags are in your pack. So why not? This is 5 game bags in these ultralight BlackOvis game bags, and this is 3. So when I was carrying these cotton ones, I've always carried these cotton ones. I just carried 3 because I could put a front quarter and a hind quarter in one bag, and do that with 2 bags, and then I would have a meat bag, you know, back straps and whatever. So I've always rolled with 3. By the way, 3 of these cotton sacks is it's like 15 ounces about. Basically, it's double the weight and double the size of these BlackOvis game bags. So yeah, they're more money, but you're going to be carrying these every single time you hike a mountain. So why not shave that weight and also save that room in your pack? I've never used them yet, so you know, I can't really give like a review or anything like that, but I'm curious if I really need all 5. Like I said, I've always ran with 3, and I'm just curious if I'm going to need them all. And we'll see. I mean, it's not like it weighs that much, but I'll give it this season, and if it comes down to it that I never use 5 game bags, then I'll probably ditch 1 or even 2. The next item on the list going in the pack is a Steripen. So even if you're day hunting, you need to be carrying some kind of water purification, because running out of water is terrible. You know, if you're hiking a lot and sweating a lot and drinking a lot, you don't want to pack all that water, for 1. But 2, if you run out, well, once again, you're heading to the truck. So it's these little gear items that just keep you in the mountains, keep you hunting. So I've tried several things and they all work. And I'm really hoping that this is going to be my final stop. But you know, I started out with a life straw. No, a life straw is like for survival. It's not for if you're dying of thirst and you want to hydrate, because your cheeks will get sore sucking on that freaking life straw, trying to get enough water to actually hydrate yourself. So yeah, I relied on one of those one weekend, and I've never brought it back. So like I said, it'd keep you alive, but no. So I went to the Sawyer squeeze, and honestly, it's great. Ton of water, you know, it filters a lot of water at one time, and I used it for a couple of seasons. The problem is I couldn't rely on it. So what would happen is it would work great, and then all of a sudden I would take it on a trip and water would not flow through it like at all. And there was nothing I could do to make it, you know, it just, they like calcify or something like that. So I looked up how to do it, you know, how to clean it. I ran hot water and vinegar through it, and it appeared to be fixed. And I take it on the next trip after I had fixed it, and same thing, no water going through it. So it's good, but I felt like it wasn't reliable. So my backup plan has always been the drops. You can buy the Aqua drops, and they're cheap, they're lightweight, and those are awesome. Really, that's all I have needed. And that's been my preferred method for a couple of years now. The reason I switched from the drops was because if those drops can kill bacteria, then what do you think that it's doing on the inside of your stomach? And I just don't like the idea. I've never been sick and it's never messed me up in any way. I just don't like the idea of like drinking these chemicals. Okay, so like I said, I've drank gallons of water like that, but I wanted to switch to the Steripen for the simplicity of it, and the fact that there's no chemicals in this thing. So it comes in this nice little carry pouch, and here it is. So it is kind of heavy, but I don't know. I guess I'm sacrificing a little weight for peace of mind and potentially health. This thing can be used 800 times, it says, but 50 water treatments on one set of batteries. It takes 4 AA's. I will definitely lose it or break it before 800 cycles. That's the reality of that. Next item on the list is a first aid kit. I have been hunting my whole life without a first aid kit, and I'll be the first to admit that I'm not a paramedic, okay? But you know, I burnt myself one time with a jet boil, and you know, every hunt, if you're lucky, you're getting out super sharp knives, and you know, there's more than one of you, and the chance of somebody cutting themselves, that's actually the #1 injury to hunters is knife wounds. So I got a first aid kit, and I spiced it up a little by adding this quick clot gauze to hopefully help with, you know, with a bad cut. If you have any first aid advice or must-have items that you think I should have, let me know in the comments, because like I said, this is not my area of expertise and really not even my area of interest. It's just one of those, you know, I can't be interested in everything, and first aid is it's just not my topic. Another item that I'm adding to my pack this year is kind of a niche item, kind of a, you know, a little bit specific to me, but there's a lot of people out there that are hunting off of side-by-sides and ATVs, dirt bikes like myself, even electric, you know, electric assist or pedal bikes, you know. Anything that has a battery, then you can pack one of these too. So all this is a SAE Quick Connect USB charger. Really cheap, really simple. Like, why didn't I think of this years ago? The battery on my dirt bike can charge a cell phone God knows how many times, right? So not to mention every time I start it, it's charging the battery again. So I don't need a solar panel, and I don't need a big old power bank or multiple power banks. I'll probably still bring one just so I can charge stuff like at night while I'm sleeping in my tent and whatever. But I can recharge the power bank with my dirt bike. So really excited about this, you know, geeky little item. It's kind of funny. I was telling a fellow dirt bike rider about, you know, kind of my options as far as getting a solar panel or anything like that. And he was like, oh, he's like, you know, just get one of these little adapters because you already have a battery on your dirt bike. I'm like, duh. I'm like, why didn't I think of that? So really excited about this. It doesn't take up any space. It doesn't weigh anything. And it was super cheap. It might've been like 15 bucks. And so a lot cheaper than, you know, a solar panel or even a, you know, a quality power bank. So, yeah, if you hunt off of a dirt bike or anything that has a battery, you might consider this. It's like, why not? Last but not least, the piece of gear that I'm most excited about, the one I'm probably going to use more than any other of these gear items that I just listed, is a satellite communicator. I went with Zoleo, but I don't care which one you go with. You guys, communication it's #1 in anything. You know, up until now, my whole life it's been like, hey, you know, we'll split up in the morning, let's say, and say, I'll see you back at the tent like around noon. Well, we're back at camp, or, you know, let's say around noon. Well, you get up, maybe you hiked your butt off to get to this location and you don't want to leave. You worked way too hard to get there. It looks good. You feel like you're in them. But, you know, it's 11 o'clock. So now you have this obligation, this commitment to be back at camp by noon. Because if you don't go back, then the whole time they're wondering, you know, oh, did he get something down? Should I start hiking after, you know, start hiking up to where he went to help him, to see if he got something down? Maybe he got hurt. Maybe he's lost. Like, it can ruin a hunt. It can ruin a good hunt. Once again, it's allowing me to spend more time in the mountains. This is how you get game. This is how you kill stuff. So anyways, it's just going to be huge to be able to get up there and change of plans. I'm going to stay till dark because it's awesome and I worked super hard to get here and I'm staying. Another one is the whole, you know, getting dropped off and getting picked up by someone in a truck. You know, they drop you off at point A and they say, hey, you know, I'll meet you at the bottom of this. I'll meet you down there on the road again at noon if it's in the morning. In the evening, it's a little different. You're going to be there at dark. But in the morning, it's like, yeah, I'll see you down there in 4 hours or something like that. Well, what if you get, this has happened, what if you get a few hundred yards from the truck and find this amazing basin that's got a bunch of does running around and you want to sit that all day? I just want to sit here till dark because you know what I mean? It's just, you found deer, why leave? Anyways, now you have this commitment that you told them that you were going to meet them on the road at this time. And so you end up walking away from a perfectly good hunt, blowing a hunt, because you're worried about your friend. You don't want them sitting down there in the truck for hours thinking you're going to show up any minute. And he's just down there just, you know what I mean, wasting his time. It ruins a hunt. So you guys, these are cheap, or I mean, relatively cheap. This was, if you wait and get it on like Amazon Prime Day, it's like $150. And then it's $20 a month while you're using it. So you can, you know, just fire it up for the months that you're hunting or the months that, you know, whatever, some, you know, fishing, whatever activity it is. A lot of these outdoor sports, outdoor activities take us places where there is no cell service. So really excited about the satellite communicator. All you can do is text, but I mean, it's a safety it's a safety feature as well. It has an SOS button. It's got a lid over it. You can't accidentally hit it. So, you know, something happens back there, you can hit SOS, and what it doesn't actually like call search and rescue right off the bat. It actually sends like an SOS message to 2 pre-programmed people that you entered. So, and then they would notify search and rescue. But it also has just a check-in button. It's really cool. Once again, it just sends a pre-programmed text basically that says, hey, I'm okay, and here's my location, to whoever you have programmed in there. Really excited about this. So there you have it. There's the 5 gear items that I've added to my pack coming into this hunting season.